Hello. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Hope you've all had a lovely week. Just make sure my mic is on. It is. Cool. Good. Who have we got in the chat? We've got Pontus and we've got Merlin and anyone else. Welcome in. I had no idea what I was going to paint until about an hour and a half ago. And then went, I've been playing a lot of Helldivers recently. I'm going to paint some Helldivers models, or unofficial Helldivers models, pardon me. These are actually from, or will be, on my store. These are from the Vesper project. That's where the Colossus and some of the other models like the guard dogs, the gun dogs, from that are on my website. That's where they're from. And there's a whole range that I haven't really touched yet. I've printed some of them out. I just kind of want to paint them up first, and then I can start listing them. Some of them, for other ones I won't. Happy Friday, Merlin. Underworld Dippers? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about, Merlin? What are you chatting about? Right, let me just sort out my camera phone. Or my phone. So let's go and have a look. Helldivers. Oh, and I was thinking about like abyssal divers or something like that. I don't know. Here's one of them. I mean, the only downside to them, they're great models. The only downside is they haven't got capes, which makes them Helldivers. So it's like Helldivers pre-cape. Which are fine. They're fine. But there's loads of them. There's kind of with these heavy rifles, and we've got some anti-vehicle or anti-tank missile launchers. There's a couple of snipers, which in Helldivers are the anti-material rifles. And there's three characters as well, or elite type characters. This one especially calling down an airstrike. I think they're cool. Abyssal Descent Troopers. Ooh, I like that. I might have to nick that one. That one's really good. So colour scheme wise, we're going to go for a little bit of mix, but the standard troopers we're going to do in the like starter Helldiver colours, which is that grey, black, and then yellow details. That's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Would you like to know more? It's so good. Like the tutorial for it had me chuckling my ass off. It really did. Very, very good game. Very, very good. The script was brilliant. Right. Okay. Let us make a start. So yeah, let's do the grey first. Pontus, hey! You're in love with speed paint. Can't wait for the mega set to arrive. When's it arriving? When are you getting it? Treat time. He's asleep at the moment. I won't wake him up. Maybe at some point. Maybe at some point in the stream. Right, let me just go live on the TikToks. There we go. Cool. God, that overexposes the crap out of. There we go. That's better. Right, so armor. All the armor is going to go this grey colour. All the underclothes are going to go black, and then we'll go back in afterwards and do the detailing in the with the yellow. And I think that's what's going to happen for like the first couple, and then we might go in some greens. There's one that I want to do with orange armor, because there's orange armor in the game. It will arrive Tuesday, Wednesday. Nice. Oh, you got the whole weekend to wait. It'll be worth the wait. Welcome in everyone on TikTok. How you doing? across a little bit. There we go. So yeah, all these armor plates. We're using Gravelord Grey for these. And then we'll go in with probably Black Templar for the clothes. How was everyone's week? What did people get up to? I spent last night over on Iron Warrior Cosplay's kind of live stream. It was we did the premiere of the Q&A when I went up to visit, which was lovely. It was nice to chat with some of his community last night. It was interesting watching it back as well. It was a really, really fun Q&A session. And I've spent the morning, or kind of the rest of the day, filming some content for the YouTube channel, which has been semi-edited together. I've cut it. I just need to do all the little fun little edits and the pictures and things like that. Welcome in everyone on TikTok. How you doing? Pontus, had my colleagues over from Spain. It was a lovely week with much laughs and work tasks. Nice. I'm glad you had a good week. Merlin, a friend sent me a handwritten card. It included dinosaur stickers. I mean, it's already a good card with dinosaur stickers. And they bought for me because they made them think of me. They couldn't remember my postcode, so used the one near to the nearest pub. Brilliant. So yeah, we're just going to use Gravelord Grey. It's a really chill stream today. I've done a lot of talking today using recording the video, so I may not be as vocally active. So it might just be just a painting stream today. But as always, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, please let me know, and I'll do my best to answer. I'm not worried too much about going over onto the clothes because we're going to be going over with black, so that will just hide up or hide any grey overspill. These models have got an almost infinite amount of pouches and gear attached to them, straps. They're really detailed. Did high detail painting in the pub yesterday. First time in ages. I love the fact that you have like a pub meetup for painting. I think it's a great idea. There's some armor. Now, do I do these one at a time? I don't think I can do these one at a time. Just because I need to allow time to let this grey dry. So once we finish this helmet, we'll dive on over. Oh, we need to do the shoes as well. There, that's full on armor. Throw it in the whip. Hopefully you'll give it a glance later. I will if I get a chance. Absolutely. I'm going to do the base in the same way that we've done the previous kind of post-apocalyptic style base. Just got to remember what colours I used. I think it was Brownish Decay and Desolate Brown, I want to say? Maybe? Oh no, it's Howling Sand and Desolate Brown. Possibly. Possibly those. Okay, the guns are going to go black, but they will go a different black. So we'll do the straps. and everything like that. With Black Legion, I want to say, and then no, we'll do the Black Templar for the clothes, Black Legion for the gun, or the other way around. Not sure. We'll decide on that. So we're going to put that to one side for a second and move over to this one. Exactly the same. It's almost exactly the same model, just different pose. I've also got a load of vehicles from this range that I need to crack on with. A load of drones, there's a couple of tanks, even a couple of flyers. I need to figure out making some flying stems for the 3D prints, because they didn't actually come with any. The files didn't come with any. Velrath, hey Velrath, how's it going? It's like that YouTube only lets you watch one video at a time. Does it? You can't have multiple tabs open? Welcome in everyone on TikTok. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. It's a nice chill Friday stream and we're painting some non-official Helldiver models. They're non-official because A, they're not official, and B, they don't have cloaks, which is sad. I wish they had cloaks. Oh, really, Valorith? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing on YouTube. Blue Lamnath, hey, you got questions? Hit me with your questions. What are your questions? I'll do my best to answer. Good to see you in chat again. Oh, sorry, YouTube didn't realise I was off the camera a little bit. Okay, there we go. Move around onto the shoulder, and we're just letting the paint flow all over the armor. Again, not worrying too much if it goes on the straps and on the clothes. Borf, Infinity, no, but they would be perfect for Infinity. They are the right scale. Actually, these are slightly bigger, but they can be printed at Infinity scale, which is that kind of true 28mm. These are actually models that will be available on my web store from a Kickstarter project called Vesper, or the Vesper project. I've got a mixture of infantry here, and I'm going to be painting them up like Helldivers because I'm obsessed with that game at the moment. What printer do you use for this? I use the Elegoo Saturn. I have 4 Elegoo Saturns that I use for my print business, and I feel like they're the OG ones. And I feel like if you've got a decent sculpt, that's all you need. Blue Lamnath, I'm wanting to speed paint some World War II Germans and I need suggestions on what speed paints to use on the tunic or the trousers. For democracy! Yes, for democracy. I would say for... I've got these 2 paints here. For German World War II, I'd have a look at dark greyish green gunner camo and burnt moss, blackish green grey. Probably more like burnt moss, but I'd maybe do multiple coats of this to get a decent, like a full-on colour. Otherwise, it might look a little too light. That's what I would use, I think. It's not pink, it's lightish red. Oh, now I'm sad. Goodbye, red versus blue. This model will be available, this and many others will be available on my web store. very soon when I finish painting them and I've done some product photos for them. I have 10 seasons of it on DVD. I know exactly the box set you have. That doesn't include the Freelancer Chronicles, does it? Or it's like the very beginning of it. Yeah, those are the paints I would use, Blue Laminate. You can always put a dark wash over them if it looks a little too light green. It's just before Freelancer. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they start hinting at Freelance Chronicles around season 9, I wanna. Well, it's hinted throughout, to be honest, but okay. The Freelancer Chronicles are really good. I feel like that's really when Red vs. Blue was at its peak, and then it dropped off very quickly. Okay, so we're going to put that to one side. This is still slightly wet, so I'm going to wait a little while. I'll just keep painting because these will be the same color. Some will be slightly different. Text even existing is a big hint. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, the text fight in the warehouse. The first, like, big one. That was fantastic. You can call me Charlie. I will try and remember that, Charlie. I will try. I am awful at remembering people's names. It's nothing personal. My memory is just shocking when it comes to streaming and people's names. But I will try my best. Fourth, the complete day of victory is the best joke of RVB. Complete day of victory? Which bit's that? You're gonna have to remind me. I haven't seen it for years. I grew up on it, but it's been a while. With the gas canisters. Oh yeah. The gas canisters and the text just hating on Griff. Me too. I called you Clive. Oh yeah, you just called me Clive. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. That was very confusing. Because Sarge said he wanted a day of victory. Oh, was that one of the PSAs? That wasn't one of the actual episodes. It was a PSA, right? And he was trying to organise a party? Am I... Is that right? Or am I remembering something wrong? Because they did a load of non-canon PSAs, didn't they? Launching Griff into the air, sliding a concrete block over a smidge at the end. Yeah, so good. So good. What's your problem with my balls? Just kill me. I love it. And Sarge emerging from the pile of health packs saying, I feel inexplicably rejuvenated. God, that's such a good show. Lopez set all the robots to assault the base to walk really slowly and it would take a day to win. Oh, I forgot about Lopez. Oh, Lopez. Didn't Lopez have an affair with Sheila? I realise that anyone who hasn't seen Red vs. Blue will not know what the hell we're talking about. What are we working on today? So these are models that will be available on my web store. But I've been playing Helldivers quite a lot in the last couple of days. And so I was like, yeah, they're kind of Helldivers. They don't have the cloaks, but they're close enough. And I've been needing to paint these for a while, so I can take product photos. So that's what we're doing. We're painting them up like Helldivers. Is the paint that I'm using right now regular speed paint or is it a wash? The paint that I'm using right now is speed paint Gravelord Grey. That one there. Thank you very much for the likes and the follows and the views over on TikTok. Much appreciated. I am streaming over on YouTube at the moment. It gives you a slightly better view. And you can listen to the music as well. We've got some nice chill vibes going on. Hey, Antiv. As sad as I am to see Rooster Teeth go, I'm not surprised, and I think everyone that I've seen on the internet has gone, yeah, it's sad, but I think we all saw it coming. I love that Red vs Blue team members are so durable, apart from Church, that the freelancers actually get annoyed in later seasons that these incompetent a-holes won't lose. Yep, they have luck. They have the definition of plot armor. Right, let's just do the armor on this one guy, and then by the time we've done this, the other one should be dry, hopefully. Maybe. Helldiver proxies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Helldiver proxies. Yeah, I've really gotten into Helldivers 2 in the last, I want to say 2 days, maybe. Not obsessively, but it's a damn good game. It's a lot of fun. It's tempting. When I was spraying these up, it's very tempting to actually print some more out and then get some cloth or something, or some thin putty, and make some capes and do a little diorama. That could be quite fun. Thank you very much for the follows. Much appreciated. There we go. And all the likes. Dear God. Started going downhill when Warner Brothers bought them. I think they started going downhill slightly before then, but yeah, it was around then. It was around then. And they didn't. I don't think they recovered from the various controversies from some of the older cast members, unfortunately. Are you just selling the hard copies or with the STL? No, I'm just doing the hard copies. My licensing doesn't cover STL selling, unfortunately. There's already a couple of models from this range up on the website. Things like the robot dogs, or the robot guard dogs. The Colossus is from the Vesper project, and I think there's a couple of others. The medic, the coalition medic, but there's so much more to go up, so much more. Okay, is that everything from all the armor? I think so. Oh no, missed a bit. There we go. Okay, now I think we're good to start putting some of the black in. So we'll move away from the Gravelord Grey for now. The reason I only bought up Season 10. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's definitely worth, like, Freelancer Chronicles and then the little bit after. Actually, no. It's finishing off the Freelancer Chronicles and then kind of stopping there. Stop at the end of the Freelancer Chronicles, I think. Right. Don't punch the camera. Let's have a look at the Let's go Black Legion for the clothes and Black Templar for the gun, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's do the clothes first. Black Legion, it's this one. Just for the sake of the argument, if a guy sent you an SDL, then I can do a custom print, absolutely. Anything like that, just drop me a message through Alchemist Models contact at gmail.com, or just use the contact sheet on the website, and we can sort that out. That's not a problem. I always do lots of custom prints, lots of custom print jobs. So I'm no stranger to that. Granted you permission to build it as you wish. As in for a commission? Commissions are open at the moment. I am taking them. Wouldn't buy anything after season 14 basically, but buying 10 seasons at once caused me to have a massive VAT. Oh yeah, ouch, yes. Yeah, I got hit because I backed the $1 Million Butt Kickstarter, and I got hit by a import fees on that one as well. And profit from it. I'm very intrigued to where you're going with this, Lambeth. So very carefully tracing around that armour that we've just done. Trying not to get any on the grey. I'm a creator and I have a shit ton of designs that are almost ready to publish. Ah! Okay. I think you should drop me a message. Drop me an email and we can chat. Borf, can you do these guys in 15mm? I can. I can do these in 15mm. Some of the details, like the antenna on the back of this guy and some of the smaller bits, like this guy here has a couple of antennas, they would be incredibly thin and delicate, but it is doable, totally, yes. So any custom, if you see anything on my web store or anything that I actively sell and you want it in a slightly different scale, then just get in contact and we can treat it as a one-off custom job. LRF, nice. I have a sweet lo-fi chill playlist going, and I found an ambient sound generator site for making rainy cafe atmosphere. That sounds incredibly relaxing. Would love these guys for Team Yankee. Oh yeah, they'd work really well for Team Yankee. That would be very cool. Yeah, you'd have to watch some of the finer details, but overall, yes, they would work. Sure, 1-to-1 scale feet prints. That's got additional costs, if you know what I mean. I don't know whether you're being serious. I have no idea whether that's a, like... I mean, I'll print feet, sure. Do you use... as your slicing software? No, I use Chitu... Oh, do you mean Chitubox? I use Chitubox for resin, and I use the Bamboo official one for the for any filament stuff. Helldivers remind me of Starship Troopers. Yes, absolutely. Especially in the with the writing and the intro to the game. It's very, very Starship Troopers. Absolutely. It's just nicknamed it that. I prefer it to lychee personally, mainly because it's what I've been using throughout. So changing now is a bit weird for me. But even when lychee kind of got in contact with me and was like, "Hey, do you want to use our software?" I'm like, "I would love to, but it's too. I don't like change." Sorry, lychee. Okay, so tiny bit around there. So we're just using Black Legion. Black Legion? Yeah, Black Legion to go over all of the cloth and the underclothes around the armour. Quite looking forward to doing all the yellow details. It'll be very similar to the clone that I did a while ago that people have been going nuts for on social media. Very fine, tiny yellow lines. We'll have to put down a coat of white first, though, just to really make it pop. Otherwise, it will just be lost in all this kind of black and grey. There we go. Thank you very much to those of you who've been keeping up with my YouTube videos. I'm trying to put out more and more content, but the shop has been going fairly nuts at the moment. So, which is absolutely great. This is fantastic. It means my bills are being paid, but it does mean that the content creation is taking a bit of a hit. But like I said earlier, I did manage to film and start editing a video earlier, and I'm hoping to put that out early next week. Jitterbox is good overall, but you can't really trust it when you auto-populate the build supports. I don't have a problem at all with the auto-support software function in Jitterbox. The only issues I've been having recently, in the last half year or so, has been when I need to put drainage holes in a model that I've hollowed. For some reason, it's just not liking it at the moment, and it regardless of how hollow the model is, it just won't do it. So you just have to kind of toy around with it until it plays ball, or you go and hollow it in another program like Mesh Mixer. Have I missed a little bit of armor? I feel like I have. Yes. Go. Make sure we get all of the clothing done. You hollow in 3D Builder. Ah, does that allow you to put drainage holes as well? So I might do that, because the Jitterbox hollowing process is occasionally soul destroying. Okay. Oh, he's starting to look like a Helldiver. I need to do that bit of armour there. Is that armour or is it? Let's do that section down there and that's fine. There we go. Oh, I need to do the gloves as well. Tiny little hands. You put drain holes in manually. Oh, I do that in Jitterbox, but that's where it's or do you sculpt them in? Is that what you mean? Ah, okay. Yeah, that's a little bit more difficult. Oh, hello. Brian McCorkle, thank you very much for the subscription over on YouTube. Much appreciated. Welcome in. Okay, while we're doing this, I think I can do these one at a time now because it will just give the other ones a bit more time to dry. So we can dive over to Black Templar and we'll do the weapons. It's actually incredibly simple colour schemes. It's just a lot of black, a lot of grey, and then the detailing. I think the detailing is obviously where it's going to slow down a lot. But there's something quite nice about a simplistic colour scheme every now and again. Did I leave some 3D prints outside? Sorry, it's just raining and I can't remember whether I left them outside. No, I don't. I took them in. I was trying to cure them off because they were too big to fit in my my curing machine, and I left them outside for a little bit, but I think I took them in. I hope I took them in. Otherwise, they're going to be very wet. Oh, hey, Kryptonian. I didn't know it was you. Ah, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? I like using the subtle difference in Black Templar and Black Legion to kind of do this military style. It shows off just the right amount. Well, thank you for coming over, making the move over to YouTube, Kryptonian. I'll just make sure we'll probably have to go back over some of the guns just to make sure that the contrast has seeped into all of the recesses. Make sure it's not pooling too much and destroying detail. I think we're good. I've been so busy with life and saw you on TikTok. How have you been? I've been very well, thank you. Yeah, it's being... I'm just kind of getting used to the transition from Twitch to YouTube and streaming on TikTok as well at the same time. And yeah, getting used to kind of creating long form content on YouTube and just being very busy with the shop, to be honest. Cam, I'm very new, so sorry if this is dumb, but is this the contrast method? Yes, it is. It's not dumb at all. Yes, this is using contrast and speed paints from Army Painter, so these ones here. But it's a very similar method. So you start with a white base coat or a very light base coat, and then you go over and they act as highly pigmented washers. And just you can do your midtones, your shading, and your highlights all at the same time. And it saves a lot of time. So that is kind of the base coats done for this. It's a very simple painting method. What needs to be done now is we need to go in with the white and do all the trim and all the detailing. Actually, what are their visors? They're kind of black and blue tinted. Let's do Black Templar on the visor as well. Thank you very much for the follows and all the likes over on TikTok. Much appreciated, and the shares as well. All of that really helps push the content out to new people. Every time you hit share, every time you like, every time you comment. And please feel free to come over and watch the stream over on YouTube. The link is in my bio. Uga Chaka! Hey, Uga Chaka, how's it going? Welcome in. So we are painting up some Helldiver proxies today because I'm borderline obsessed with that game. And I needed to paint these models for the shop. Pushed out some content this morning. Heyo! Filthy mind, it's Friday. How dare you? How very, very dare you? Okay. Ah, thank you very much for the gift as well. Thank you. Right, let's start putting some details in. Do I go gold or yellow? Is it? I feel like it's more yellow. I want to go yellow rather than gold. I think I'm looking at an armor set that is later on in the game. There we go, that's better. Right. So obviously we're not going to do exactly the same because the armor plates are different, but we will get as close as we can. We're going to swap over to a detail brush. He's chucking it down up there. I really hope I haven't left out a 3D print. Right, detail brush, you'll do. Okay, and I'm kind of just following wherever I put white, that's what we're eventually going to turn yellow. This white is from Pro Krill. It's the bold titanium white. It's what I use to do any touch-ups, since I need to work from a very light base. So we're going to do the sides of the shoulder pads. There's going to be a couple of lines on the helmet. There we go. Around the back there as well. And yeah, they've got the kind of lines. I might do that central spine down the helmet. Oh no, that works. That works. I'm trying to match the sculpted detail rather than do a lot of freehand, because there's quite a lot of detail on these models. If I go somewhere in between, I think it might look weird. So we're going to use, it might not be completely accurate, but we're going to use what we already have sculpted wise. And then, so there's that yellow. I kind of want that section to be yellow, this one here. A decent amount on the brush so we don't have to go back. And we'll do the same on this shoulder pad. Along here. Keep them fairly uniformed. I know the Helldivers are kind of individual, however the player wants to set them up. I think my only wish for the game would be if I could change the colour on the armour. You can have a lot more variation. There we go. And moving on, we've got some on the arms. How are we going to do that? Let's do... The thing with yellow is it really pops, so we don't want to do too much. Make it quite subtle. But it's a nice spot colour. Actually, that one goes all the way around the arm, so let's do that. So we're painting it white because we're going to go in with a yellow contrast or speed paint. Probably speed paint actually, because we don't want too much orange in it. I think next week I'm planning on starting a new diorama, and I don't know whether this is going to be a live thing or I'm going to document it and do it as a YouTube video. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. It's probably going to be YouTube, but I might end up doing some on stream. And I'm thinking it might be a World War II 15mm diorama using the Flames of War starter set for the models. I haven't quite decided on the style or what's happening, the story I guess. Not quite yet. But I know I want to have a tank in there. Maybe a setting up an ambush or something. Let's go. There's no detail on the side, so let's use this kind of arrow on the foot. And we'll put the yellow there. Sometimes you just got to make do with the detail that you're given, and you just got to go along with it. I quite like the fact that there's two kind of sections here that are crying out for some vibrant colour. So we're using a little bit of artistic license there. Go. Do I want any more detail on the face? I don't think I do actually. I think I'm kind of good. This is about as much colour as I want to add. So we're going to dive and grab a yellow, which is going to be, actually no, we will use a contrast, but we're going to use Bad Moon Yellow. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty close. Which is very vibrant. Ooh, do I want to use this? No, that's too vibrant. I want to use Iron Jaws Yellow. It's a little toned down. A little bit more muted. I don't think have I used this? I think I've used this once. Just move the camera a little bit. There we go. this is going to take on one pass. Pretty well. Be very careful not to get it on the grey, because it won't show up that much, but it will tint it and it will look a little odd. And look a little messy. There we go. It's quite nice, vibrant. Thank you very much for the likes. Just past 200 likes over on TikTok. It's very kind of you all. And thank you very much for the follows. I know I haven't actually, apart from streams, I haven't actually put that much TikTok content out recently. And there's a very good reason. It's because I'm kind of getting screwed over by the creator program. Because my dashboard hasn't updated since the 6th of March. So I left the program and then rejoined the next day to try and kind of reset it. And it didn't. So I waited a while, and about 4 days ago I tried it again because nothing had changed. And I left and joined again. And then I found a support email rather than submitting a ticket. So I sent them an email telling them, you know, your stuff ain't working, fix it. And I got an email back saying, oh yeah, no, we saw you left at the beginning of March and only just came back, which wasn't true. I've been a part of the Creator Fund or Creator Program all through March apart from 2 days. But they were saying that's why. So I don't know whether the first time I joined back just didn't register at all. And without knowing it, I just wasn't in the program. It's very, very annoying. Hey, Rocky Art, welcome in. So I'm just waiting. I'm going to wait over the weekend and see whether it updates. And if it doesn't, by Monday, I'll send another email. Because it's one of those things where they send you an email and you can't reply to them back because it's a one-off thing. So it's like they reply and then the conversation is done, which is very annoying. So hopefully next week my dashboard would have updated and then I can start properly posting videos, because I don't want to post loads of videos, then get loads of views and miss out on some income. Cool. Right, we're going to add a little bit of... I've missed a little bit of black there. Gonna add a little bit of weathering in there as well, because he's a little too clean at the moment. But we're not going to go nuts like I usually do. Just touch up this gun. There we go. There we go. Chaos Champion, White Scars, Miami Heat, or regular for my Chaos? White Scars, Miami Heat? I'm very intrigued about that. How do you mean Miami Heat? Give them all kind of 70s floral shirts? Because I'm totally behind that. I do want to give a slight blue wash to the visor, but we'll do that probably at last. I don't have the colours of the jersey for Miami Heat. I don't think I know what you mean by Miami Heat. I'm very intrigued though. Right, let's just... Well, oh, hang on, I've missed out the shoes. The boots. The yellow. Made White Scar looking ones regular, trying to figure out which Miami should be. I'll post something. Oh yeah. If you join the Discord, which there should be a link in my bio, you can post a photo and I'll be able to see what you mean. Annoyingly, I just got a little bit of yellow on the grey, but I don't think after the basing you'll be able to tell. Right, I need a basing brush. Might as well leave those paints out because we're going to need them more and more. But you'll do. You're a rubbish brush. Right, okay, so how did we do the basing before? It was howling sand and a lot of it. Thank you very much for the follows over on TikTok. Feel free to come over to the YouTube stream, link in my bio, where you get a better view of the model. You get some nice relaxing tunes. And you get to see my face if that's something you want. So we're using Howling Sand Speed Paint. And we're just putting this all over the base. This is why we painted the base. And in a second, while it's still wet, we'll go in with, I think it was Desolate Brown that I used to use. And that will mix in with the wet Howling Sand. And really blend it together, giving it a kind of post-apocalyptic vibe. Ooh, so we haven't talked about this. How are people feeling about the culls that hit Age of Sigmar yesterday? What are people's opinions on that? Because it was pretty harsh. There's a lot of Stormcast gone. Okay, Desolate Brown. Antiv, Beasts of Chaos being wiped out. Yeah, Beasts of Chaos are gone from Age of Sigmar. I think a lot of people were really, really done with GW's methods at the moment. There we go. A little bit of Desolate Brown, which will blend in. Veref, don't have a dog in that race, but I think it was a bad move. Yeah, I think some of it is going to be them just going... They're going to be resculpted and they're going to come back. But they haven't said that. They're trying to be mysterious. And like, ooh, something might happen. But people don't like that when you've just taken off their entire army off the board. The SCE? Oh, Stormcast Eternal stuff is easy to build and early sculpt, so I'm okay with it. Some of it is, some of it isn't though. Like isn't there like a couple of characters in there? Pontus, hey, welcome back, welcome back. Alright, I'm just going to run a bad and black line around the base. Give me a basing brush. You'll do. Oh, that easy to build? I don't mind the easy. I don't think there's anything wrong with the easy to build. You know, the models still look good. Some of them are a little old, like the old Liberators and the old Paladins and the Judicator? Whatever the flying ones are. The flying ones, I never liked the wings because they always broke and they were always awkward to handle. I love the concept of them, especially since they were essentially Diablo Angels, which I'm obviously, you know, massive support of, but from a model point of view, they're a pain in the arse. We've got a little bit of Desolate Brown blending down onto the base, which is annoying. So we might have to touch up the black rim a little later on. There we go. Okay. So, what do we need to do to complete this? We need to weather this. We need to weather it down. So we're going to use rattling grime. We'll thin it down. And we'll start blending it all together. Do you water your paint down? I dip into water and then into paint, but it doesn't spread as good as yours. So the paints that I use are contrast and speed paints, and they're more like washers than full-on acrylic paint. You can see how liquidy it is there in the bottle. So they're designed to flow a lot more, and you paint them over a light undercoat, like a white undercoat. That's actually one of the most common comments that I get is, why do my paints not act like yours? Basically, I'm just using different paints. I'm using washers that act differently. So yeah, mine are going to work differently. So I'm going to put a watered down. I am watering this down though, this rattling grime. And then coming back in with a wet brush and taking it off the highlights. We're just making them look a little battle worn and dirty. These from 40k? No, these aren't from 40k. These will be available on my web store very soon when I finish painting them and taking product photos. These are from a Kickstarter that I backed called Vesper Project. And I've got a commercial license to sell prints of them. So I'm just painting them up as if they were Helldivers, because Helldivers is cool and I'm totally not addicted. And then listing them on the website when I get a chance. But yes, they could be used in 40k. They totally could. I think they'd make a really good kill team, to be honest. There you go. You can see the difference between the top and the bottom of the model, where the wash is just kind of, it's blending everything together and giving it a nice warm tone. So just getting into this, when I look into Warhammer, it's so overwhelming. It can be overwhelming, absolutely. I totally understand you in that. What I would do personally is just go into a hobby store if you've got one close, or to a kind of local third-party store, and just have a look on the shelves. If you don't have one nearby, have a look at online. There's loads of them out there. Have a look and just pick something up that you think looks cool. Don't worry about the game. Don't worry about stats. Don't worry about what anyone else says. Just go for something that you think looks cool, and then pick up a couple of paints, a couple of practical hobby stuff, glue, clippers, everything like that, and then just start on one model. Don't worry about an army. Just one model. That'll do. And go from there. If you want some non-Warhammer models, have a look at alchemistmodels.com, my website. And I sell all manner of 3D prints. These will be available on there soon. I also sell things like this, which I was painting up last week. This is from the Demon King range. I still need to actually put the green on the base there. But this was a lot of fun to paint. To be honest, I didn't know White Scars were Chaos. Just made White Scars. They found out that White Scars aren't Chaos. White Scars are Loyalist. This is awesome. I'm going to be painting some Space Marines to look like Helldivers. Hey, excellent. I'd love to see those when you're done. Do I ever paint before putting together? It depends on the model. It depends on how intricate it is. If there's... what was the last model? If it's like a big vehicle or something, or actually things like... So there's the Silent King from Necrons that is a large kind of floating throne, and then it's got 3 Necrons or characters kind of just riding on it, and I painted those separately and actually the throne in 2 pieces because it was just too big to paint in one, and if I did I would miss out some details. So it does depend on the model. These were one piece, like I glued it to the base, but it came off the printer like that. Sometimes I prefer that a lot of times. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult because this was one piece as well. Unfortunately, I don't sell this model. I would love to, but I don't. This is just a personal project because I absolutely love it. But this, apart from the base, this is one model. This is one piece, sorry. So it's a little difficult to get into places, but it's a very, very, very cool model. If I want bright white armor for Sister's armor, any suggestions? Struggling to make it pop. So if you're painting bright white, what I would do is I would undercoat in white, like I have here. Get a nice spray undercoat. I use Colourforge matte white. A couple of passes gives you a really nice even coat. And then I'd use something like Speed Paint Blinding Light. Put that all over the armor. Let it dry. If there's any like massive excess pooling in the recesses, take it out with a clean brush before it dries, and that will shade it nicely. That will shade white, which is notoriously hard to do without paints like this. And then you just go in with the details. The downside to that is you've painted the brightest and cleanest colour first, so you have to be very, very careful when you're doing all the other details. But that's how I would do it. Okay, so... Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. That's pretty much the model done. I don't really want to do any more to that because, I mean, they're very basic colour schemes. I don't need to do more than this. So now that we've got that, we can just rinse and repeat with all of the other models. Well, I say all of the models. We'll do it with these 3 here. So we've got another of the same weapon and then 2 rocket launchers. And then by that time, to be honest, I'll be amazed if I... Oh, hang on, let me just verify TikTok's telling me to do something. There we go. I'll be amazed if I get through 3 of those, so before the stream ends. It keeps saying they were formerly loyalists? I've never heard of White Scars being traitors. I thought they were always loyalist. Right. So we're going to go back to Black Legion. I'm going to put that on the clothes on these 3. Clive! Hey Clive, how's it going? Welcome in. Etienne! Hello friend. Hello friend. I hope I said your name right. I apologise if I didn't. Welcome in. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. I think I've had a productive week. Yeah, I feel like I've had a productive week. We managed to film some content earlier, and we premiered the Iron Warrior cosplay Q&A that I went up to do. We premiered that last night, and there seemed to be a very positive reaction from it. If you want to see that, it's basically 2 hours of Iron Warrior asking me questions about pretty much everything that I do. then it's on Iron Warrior Cosplay's YouTube channel. You may find it interesting if you are interested in either content creation and streaming, 3D printing, or mini painting. We kind of cover a lot in that. It was a very thorough Q&A. Five Dogger, my Dwarf Lord just arrived and I'm stuck on what colour scheme to paint it. Do you have any ideas? Ah, is this the Dwarf Lord you got from me? What you can do is if you Google Dwarven Mountain Holds colour schemes, you should be able to find a list of like the main different mountain holds, or calyx as they used to be called. And you might be able to find some inspiration on there. No worries, Gone. Have a good one. We'll see you soon, hopefully. This brush needs a proper clean after this stream. Painting around these straps. We'll keep the straps the same colour as the armour. Keep a little uniform. I started mentally planning the contrast workshop that I'm running at GriffCon earlier, trying to figure out exactly which models we're going to be painting and what colour schemes I want to focus on, because I don't know how long the workshop is. I think it's a couple of hours. Like a 90-minute workshop or something. I reckon we could get maybe 2 models done. Possibly. Might be a stretch. Totally going to be playing Helldivers tonight. This is just making me want to play it more. Need to not forget about my Baldur's Gate save. Here we go. It's got around the front of this bit of cloth underneath the armour. Antiv, Express Paint's very good. Using to paint them up, the greater good bunny girl. The Vallejo Express ones, I haven't really played around with them that much. Hey Lee, how's it going? Yeah, I need to play around with the points to make them work a little bit more. I think because YouTube focuses on them a lot less. 3, 2, hello. Squeezel! Hey Squeezel, welcome in. This guy again? What do you mean this guy again? How dare you? How you doing, Squeezel? Good to see you again. welcome in to anyone who's just joined. We are currently painting some Helldivers because why not? This is the first one we finished a little bit ago. They're very simple colour schemes. I just need to get some paint on these for product photos, really. Right, annual physical in a few. Just stopping by. Hope that annual physical goes well. Helldivers. I never got Americans, I don't want to say fascination, but the whole heck instead of hell and gosh instead of God. Well, I do get it. I do get it. Because America's got a very different swearing culture to the UK. It's just, it always catches me off guard. I feel like if I went to America and just spoke like I usually do, I'd get stared at and scowled at. Darn Divers too. I like Darn Divers is good. Getting my computer back this evening. Ooh, what? From getting it fixed? Nice. Did you hear about the Creek Cape? Creek Cape? No. Is this in Helldivers? Isn't there a creek? Like a Meldurn Creek or something? I think I started playing it afterwards. Shucks Divers. Brilliant. Loving all of these. What brushes do I use? My main go-to brush is the Raphael watercolor series. This is a size 0. This brush is absolutely fantastic for any kind of contrast or speed paint. Helldivers dev released a Creek Cape and people that are wearing it are being team killed? Really? Why? It's a really good game. I didn't know whether it was going to live up to the hype because there's a lot of hype around this game. I didn't know whether it was going to live up to it, and then I started playing it for an evening and went, yeah, no, it does, it does. I got friends who would usually stay away from these type of games, and even they're like, yeah, I got massive FOMO, picked it up, love it. It's just fun. And I think between Helldivers and Power World, people are realizing that you don't need to spend a lot of money to enjoy a game. And also, I think things like Baldur's Gate really set a precedent for the level that developers need to keep themselves to now. Because people are salty over people fighting on the creek rather than the major order. That's so stupid. So stupid. Bought Helldivers, but since my computer was bought, have not played. Yeah, but you'll be able to do it tonight, right? Maybe. Maybe. Since you're getting your computer back. Is Helldivers just on PlayStation? No, it's on PC as well. It's not on the Xbox though. And it's apparently it's unlikely to come to the Xbox because it's I think it's like a Sony-driven game or Sony-led game. So I'd be surprised. Soz Xbox. Okay, where's that? Is that cloth? I'm going to say this is cloth. It is now. Except powered with their 164 million US dollars. Yeah, I know. Didn't they came out recently and said our studio physically can't handle the success that it's having, which is insane. Also in GW news, GW is deleting whole armies from AOS. Yeah, we mentioned it earlier. It's insane. It's crazy. Some of it I get, but some of it is just, oh damn. They have annoyed a lot of people yesterday or last night. I swear, every time I'm borderline tempted to go back to GW, I read an article and go, yeah, no. Actually, no, I don't feel like it. Not just whole armies they've been pushing hard every AOS release. Yeah. What, like Beasts of Chaos? What, the Bone Splitters? Bone Splitters had a massive push, didn't it? And they're gone. 50%-ish of Skaven lines being discontinued. I know there's some gorgeous models in there. I want the Ikit Claw. I know it's not Ikit Claw, it's like the high engineer model. It's Ikit Claw. I'd love that model. I think that's a gorgeous sculpt. Some of the models are, they are old. I was really surprised about the Warcry warbands. Like, you can't get them anymore. I've always wanted the Signs of the Flame, because I think those are gorgeous models. But Warcry is not old. Those models are not old. The Horns of Hashut came out last year. And now they're being discontinued. You cannot get them anywhere. And they're already, like they said, you've got the last chance to get them on the website. They're already sold out. Everything's already sold out. Stormcast. Yeah. The whole thing really sours me on GW. Yeah, it does. OPR for me? Yeah, everyone to OPR. Everyone to OPR. But yeah, the Warcry, I think that's what surprised me the most, was the Warcry warbands disappearing. That really shocked me. I'm glad I picked up some of the unmade now. Wish I picked up more. No worries, Lee. Hope the physical goes well. We'll speak to you soon. Okay. Just got the last bit of black to do on this one. Yeah, it's a real shame, I think. It is a real shame. And I get you can't always... you can't keep the same models in production all the time. But to get rid of that many in one fell swoop, it feels like they've just ripped a plaster off, or a band-aid. And it's kind of just handing the whole thing over to third party and 3D printers and things like that. Alki, what's your thoughts on 3D printing models that are no longer sold? You tell me. What do you think my thoughts are, Antiv? Do you mean like literally the exact same model, I don't know. Like, it depends. If it's the only way of getting that model and it is no longer manufactured. I mean, it's technically, if it's exactly the same model, it would still be in copyright. Probably. Legally, I can't answer that. If it's, for example, heavily inspired by models that are no longer in production, then I don't have a problem with it at all. Like, if the company is no longer producing that model, no longer really supporting it, but people still want the model, then yeah, do it. I feel like if you're no longer supporting, if you're no longer creating something, then you can't complain when other people create it to fill a demand. You may or may not have found Ikit Claw. Oh, there are files out there. I don't know whether it was ever done in plastic. I have a vague feeling it was fine cast, which I won't touch with the barb troll. Maybe that was why I didn't pick it up. Okay, it's a very, very cool pose. Okay, so we've just got the little bit. I'm not going to be painting anymore. Like, I've got another 6 off to my left here, but we haven't touched them. So if I can get majority done on these 3, then that'll be good. I'll see that as a successful stream. What I will do, though, is I am going to stop the stream over on TikTok, but I will continue streaming on YouTube. So if you want to continue watching the stream or watching my content, please come over to the YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. If not, then I will be streaming again on Monday. So TikTok, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Come over to YouTube. Continue watching. There's nice music. There's nice chill vibes. All right. Bye. There we go. Right. You can move that off to one side. Move that up there. And now I can just focus on YouTube. When you say you found Ikit, you may or may not have found Ikit Claw. Have you found a 3D print file for Ikit Claw, or a version of Ikit Claw? That I think I may have seen it. I think I know the one you're talking about. Very carefully put a little bit of paint there. So you got a load of STLs, and they may or may not be in a good sculpt compared to. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few out there. You gotta grab them quick, because those kind of things do get taken down. There's loads of really good fantasy rat STLs. The Rat Pope, all the stuff that Archvillain did a couple of years ago, one of which I painted up, the Rat Pope. Absolutely loved working on that model. I need to put that up for sale, actually, because as much as I love it, it is just sitting there doing nothing. That is a very, very loud washing machine. Hang on. Close the door. It's not on any website? Ah, okay. I'm intrigued, Antiv. It might have been at some point. Like I said, those kind of things get taken down and disappear off the internet. Okay. That is the Black Legion done. That's all the underclothes done. White Scar Champion! Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming over. So that's the Black Legion done. So you can see we've got up to this point here, and we'll just go in with Black Templar now and do the weapons again. Like, I might do some funky color on the lenses of the rocket launchers, but they're going to be really, really simple, guys. There's no need to go over the top with these. Thank you very much to everyone who comes and supports the stream on YouTube. It's definitely growing. The platform, like the subscriber count to follower count, Twitch versus YouTube or YouTube versus Twitch. YouTube's growth is way quicker. Like I'm not too far off 3,000 subscribers, and it took me, I think in November I was on 600. So it's grown really quickly. It took me years to get that kind of growth on Twitch, and it was very slow and steady. I think my goal for this year, for 2024, if I can get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, I think that's doable goal. I think. Maybe. I'd be really happy with that. If the current trajectory is anything to go off. But that does depend on how people take my next, how people feel about my next video, which I might lose a couple of subscribers over that one. But we will see. I need to get back on creating tutorials as well, because they do quite well, and I just have fallen behind doing them. Right, very, very carefully. Oh, I might use a different brush for that actually. Yeah, this brush certainly needs a proper clean out after stream. I'll try and remember to do that. Ready, and leave it ready for Monday. Speaking of rats again, actually, the one-page rules fantasy rats are really good kind of proxies for Skaven, or just use them as they were intended. They're slightly less kind of dark and like that dark gothic Skaven vibe. They're a bit more Redwall vibed, if anyone remembers Redwall. And some very cute stuff, like one of the generals is riding a giant squirrel and the squirrel has a hat and goggles, and it's very cool and very adorable. And yes, I want to print one. Okay, that's that. getting to... Oh no, I thought we were getting to the end of that pot. Still got some. Okay. Is that everything for the rocket launcher? For this one, I want to say yes. Don't think there's anything hiding. We'll go in with a fine detail brush in a second just to do that visor section. After we've done this rocket launcher. So I think after this, it's just the detail. Antiv, if you're still there, how are you getting on with your printer? Have you stopped wanting to throw it out the window yet? No issues? You got over the hump of 3D printing. For now, yeah. It can always go wrong. I just had to buy a load more film for my printers. I buy it in bulk. So I order like a meter square of the print film. But it's gone up in price because the last time I ordered it was 2022. And oh damn, it did. Not massively, but definitely enough. Buy a 5-pack when I have 2 left. Yeah. I get mine from a plastic company, and they sell this stuff in, you know, massive rolls, but I get it as a sample pack, or what they've called a sample pack, which is the smallest they do is a meter by meter, 1 by 1 meter. But it does, in the long run, it definitely saves money. Okay. So we got those two. We'll just swap over to a very fine detail brush and do that visor section. Just this little bit under here. And then we can grab the white and start doing all those details. I'll probably, rather than doing them all individual different kind of markings, I'll do these ones all the same. So there is that bit of uniformity. Go. Right. That's all the dark colours done. So we're done with Black Templar, we're done with Black Legion. We just need white now. Do all the details. I've got 20 minutes left. So I reckon I can get all of these done. It's going to be tight, it's going to be close. But I think we can do it. Have faith in me, chat. Have faith in me. It would help if my brush did not split. Okay, so we've got... Now that I know where I'm going, it should be a little quicker. Just need to not rush it. we go. So yeah, I'm usually I'm not massively shocked at when GW culls things, but I was surprised. It definitely raised some eyebrows with this round. Because some of them make sense, totally get it. And if, like you said, with the easy to build stuff, I do understand that if they're making way for resculpts. But some of it, I have no idea why that decision would be made. It's starting to feel like it was, let's have a look at the numbers, and regardless of how cool and how, you know, how nice the sculpts are, if they don't sell well enough, we're getting rid of them, which I get from a business point of view, but it's just sad to see. People are saying new army in 4th. Oh, what, like a brand new army? Like a completely fresh brand new army? Be nice to see. Or how out of place would people, how annoyed would people be if they introduced Kislev and Kathy into Age of Sigmar before Old World? How pissed off would people be? Furious, I bet. Absolutely furious. Be spicy and nonsensical, I know. However, totally doable. They could justify it. How do I like YouTube lives? There should be a little thumb thing somewhere, possibly. Somewhere. Brand new, yeah, hence why beasts are dead. Yeah, yeah. I was surprised they, I don't know, I was kind of surprised that they canned beasts. It always seemed to me like not a very popular army. But also in, you know, in fantasy as well. I think it's a great concept for an army, but I feel like they always lacked traction. It'd be worse when they did Fulgrim for Horus Heresy before 40k. Oh, what, the demon Fulgrim? Is Fulgrim back in 40k, like lore-wise? Did he ever go anywhere? Seraphon players are mourning a loss as well. What did Seraphon lose? Did they lose? Oh, they lost a couple of like one-off models, didn't they? Oh, the Eternal Warden. That's it. That's the one. Ah, thank you very much for the like. That's the heart, not a like if you're on phone. Ah, okay. What's the difference then? I'm still wrapping my head around YouTube Live. I think that's all the... Oh no, I need to do the little triangles on his boots. On his little booties. There we go. And then tiny little bit on the arm, which is going to be that section there. Cool. Is that a YouTube emote? Yeah, so as soon as I hit partner, I will be... it is a YouTube emote. That's cool. I will be adding the emotes in. God, when I hit partner, there's going to be such a push on content. I'm trying to do the push now, but yeah. I need the what I had over on Twitch viewership over on YouTube, which is a strong ask. It's a strong ask, but I think it's doable. In the long term, I think it's doable. Merlin, he's supposedly active again, but realistically he's the Primarch that represents the only 40k Chaos God that doesn't have any in-game Primarch representation. Does Zench? Oh, Magnus. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, so you got Magnus, Angron. Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand why people are annoyed now. I totally get it. I like that model. It's a very cool model, but dear God, I would never buy it. I would never own it because those wings. Nope. It's way too spindly, and it's resin as well. It's Forge World resin. That's a big no. Oh, I'm not gonna get to finish these. So I might do the yellow as a TikTok then. Like button is next to the share button, peeps, in case you're confused. I mean, I'll take likes and shares. I'll take it. I'll take it all. It's all useful. It all helps the channel grow. There's no share button? There should be a share button. It depends when you're whether you're on phone, on your mobile or not, I guess. Where else am I going? I'm doing that little section there. Go. So I reckon I can get all the white sections done before I finish. I might not be able to get the yellow done. Got these sections next to the knee. Can't see the other ones because that's being knelt on, so that's that one done. Okay, last one. God, I haven't done batch painting for a while. Hot damn, you can share via phone, but you cannot like. Just checked and share. You have to dig around in settings. Really? That is, yeah, that does suck. I think YouTube streaming has a long way to go. I don't think it'll ever properly like compete with Twitch. I feel like they've done the bare minimum. I think I mentioned this on Monday. They've done the bare minimum to have a streaming side of YouTube, but they can't compete with Twitch, which is a shame. I'm intrigued to know whether the monetization for ads affects lives as well, or if it's just videos. I need to look into that, unless anyone knows the answer to that. Final bits around the knees. Okay, I need to do the shoulder. Why is that, Antiv? What have you found? I feel like you found something. Is it that side? Yes, it's that side that has the full band around the arm. And then we'll put that there, I think. Okay, we've got 6 minutes. Have I got enough time? I think I can do the yellow. I've got enough time to do the yellow. Why am I going to love you, Antiv? I'm very intrigued. So I think some of the other ones, the other not Helldivers, we're going to do green, and I think there's going to be a couple of orange in there as well. Waiting on G-Dive. It's set. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I know what you just did. Thank you very much. I'll check that after stream. Actually, I want to check it now. I can't. I'm not gonna. Hang on. What is it? Teasing me. Oh, you need to give me access. I've requested access. Okay, it's all the yellow on that one done. This is a really easy colour scheme. It's actually not too dissimilar to my old, very old Imperial Guard army, which was kind of black and yellow, and painted in a very similar way. I used the old yellow ink back then. Back when we had metal mortar teams. Ah, sweet memories. Took more professional photos of my night. I'll collage it later. Yes. Collage it, sorry, not collage it. Look forward to seeing that. I have just seen it. Thank you, Antiv. Thank you very much. Have I got any spare? No, all the printers are working at the moment. Damn it. Could have put it on tonight. I'll put it on tomorrow instead. I'm actually making a rat army for one-page rules, so that'll have to be included in that. Right, last time 2 minutes. Let's just finish the yellow on this because it doesn't take long. And then we'll call it a day, I think. And then I will go and do a little bit. Should I do a little bit more editing? No, I think I need to leave the edit on that one for another day. So if I start doing what I need to for it, it's going to be a very long night. So I might leave that for maybe Sunday. I mean, if it's going, Antiv. Oh, I haven't done the triangles on the other two. Always got these bloody foot triangles. Okay. Helldivers painted. That was very quick, very easy. I just need to do the bases and the washers now. I might throw a couple of tufts on there as well to blend them in with the previous models that I've done from this range. It's 8.9 gig. Oh dear God, Antiv. I mean, yes. Yes. I don't know how you're going to get that across to me, but yes. Right, there's the Helldiver finished, or not Helldivers. Totally not Helldivers. I'm going to put some cool glare effects and boost, like, glow effects on the rocket launchers. And there's that one there as well. Google Drive it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, go for it. These are great little models. These are really cool. I will finish these maybe over the weekend, I think. On Monday, we'll probably end up starting something new, I reckon. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out over the weekend. But there we go. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, thank you very, very much for coming and hanging out with me today. If you've watched it live, thank you for making time in your working day. If you are watching the VOD, thank you for watching it in the future. In the past, I don't know how to say that, but thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my content. And there will be more. There'll be another hobby talk video coming out very, very soon. Next week, if not Sunday, maybe Sunday. Depends how much work I get done on it tomorrow. Not sure. But I will be back live on Monday, which will be the 8th. And we'll be painting something else. I'm not sure what I want to paint. I'm not sure. It might be some more Helldivers. I don't know, because it would be quite nice to get all these done. But until then, I'll see you soon. Have a lovely weekend, whatever you're doing wherever you are in the world. And if you'd like to support the channel, then there's a number of things you can do. I am currently chasing watch hours for YouTube Partner. I've got everything else I need. I just need the watch hours. We're just shy of 1,700 and I need 3,000. So we're getting there. It is climbing. Slowly but surely it's climbing. That's to hit YouTube Partner. My Ko-fi link is down in the description. You can donate through that, or you can head over to alchemistmodels.com and pick up some new models, and I'll get them on the printer as soon as I can out to you. Have I made a playlist yet? Merlin, provide a playlist link in chat. No, I haven't done that. I have. There are playlists. There are playlists on the channel. I haven't done that yet. But yes, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.